wanna do is hit a boom boom room while I zoom zoom. Turn that shit up. All I wanna do is hit a boom boom room while I zoom zoom. Turn that shit up. We gon' start this shit alright. We gon' talk that shit all night. We gon' start this shit alright. We got the squad in the house tonight. Hey, to the window, to the wall. Y'all know we discuss it all. To the window, to the wall. Y'all know we discuss it all. Hey, welcome to the Squadcast. 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 Hey.
Yo, what it do? Welcome to the Boom Boom Room. And I got this purple motherfucker with me. Nina. I got the beautiful, the gorgeous Nina Chanel.
Let's hold it down, Pink. That's what I'm talking about. Let's smack it up, Pink. Just tried it.
Hey, man, welcome to the Boom Boom Room, man. I'm your host, CEO Boom, man. Hey, it's my dog, man. Hey, we just talk like that, man. It's Nina.
The one and only. The magic.
Not a good thing.
The magic.
Not a good thing at all.
The air, the throne, the alpha, the omega, everything in between.
Are you done? Are you finished or are you done? Man, what's going on, man? Hey, appreciate everybody tuning in to us, man. She wanted to listen to Beyonce, so I said, you know what? I'm going to give you Beyonce.
Thank you.
All right, that's enough. Well, hey, man, do us a favor, man. If you do not follow us on all social platforms, please do so. You know what I'm saying? Get on that ASAP for us, bro. Hey, we can't grow without y'all. You feel me? If y'all enjoying us, man, leave us some great comments, bro. You know, subscribe to all our, you know what I'm saying, social media outlets also. And make sure you go check out my dog music too, man. She got some dope, man. Shout out to Ray the Great, shout out to Mr. O, man. Shout out to the whole team. Ben and Hurst, what it do, aka Magic. You and your music group, you know what I'm saying? And if anybody want to sponsor us, but what, man? You feel me? But man, listen, man. Hey, today's topic, bro. We actually was gonna talk about something else. It was like, man, it's a lot going on right now, man. I think people are dealing with a lot. So he was like, bro, let's change it up, switch it up. I think we did right with switch it.
Squeeze it in.
She gonna try her best to squeeze it in. I promise you.
For the people.
Hey, you got anything you want to say before we dive into the topic? Any promo? Any you know what I'm saying? Be honest.
I mean, not really. They already know Big is out doing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all support me. It showed at the show. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to YS, baby. Definitely putting the city onto some striking amazing things. Gave me the opportunity and it showed me that my city y'all really love me.
Man, shout out to the dog, man. Shout out to my dog, man.
Y'all really love me. Y'all was rapping with me. And
I gotta give a shout out. Big shout out. Man, shout out to TLE Cinco. Got signed. Gucci Man came down in the Belma.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Birmingham, Belma, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we all together, man. You know what I'm saying?
Under the hood spot.
Man. But went back to his roots. But went back to Grandpa house, bro.
Man.
But man, hey, bro, hey, shout out to all the artists, man, that keep pushing out there, man. Hey, it can get discouraging, but man, keep pushing, bro. You never know.
Most definitely don't give up, don't stop.
And man, if you're on the line, man, hey, holler us, man. Hey, holler us. We can really dive into this topic, man. Nina, this is another one of those topics that I think, man, everybody can be able to relate to at some aspects in their life. They're gonna be able to relate to this topic. Title of the show, y'all see it on top of the thing, man. Matter of fact, I haven't posted the top of the thing. I do apologize.
He went to jail. Be patient with him.
The disrespect is real.
It's gonna get it together.
Very real. The title of our show, man, childhood trauma never ends. It's supposed to be something there, but I don't know. I was trying to be politically correct, but we are hood. I could put the S on it.
Period.
It never ends. Okay, that make you feel better?
It does.
All right. Okay. Childhood trauma never ends, man. I looked it up, man. I was like, bro, I don't want to be just on here rambling. I just want everything to really make sense and have some understanding. Because, you know, people like you be like, what do they mean by that?
I definitely will not ask that. I, too, know what that means. Thank you.
Oh, all right. So, look, I'm going to give the real definition, then I want you to come behind and give what you went to. All right. Childhood trauma can occur when a child witness or experience overwhelming negative events in childhood. Many childhood experiences can overwhelm a child. These can occur in relationships such as abuse, assault, neglect, violence, Wow, and bullying.
Mm.
Bullying. So
They left out environment too. Because
yeah.
Lil Scrappy
that's
shed real tears
to
his mom. And I don't even really feel like she heard where he was coming from. But the baby just basically saying, who can I talk to? For my whole life, I've never really been able to talk to anybody.
That's real.
When I married a woman I can't even talk to. I can't talk to my mother. I've never been able to talk to my mother. Childhood trauma.
Man, that's real. Scrappy kind of man, that wasn't scripted. That wasn't scripted at all, man.
He broke the fourth wall in their mind.
That wasn't scripted. If y'all seen the clip of Lil Scrappy, man, you can tell that none of that was scripted. And the crazy part is, yes, he's successful. Yes, he has had hits. He's still making money off his passion, but you can tell there's still some things that's not mentally right with Scrappy. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell in his relationships and how he do women.
Wait, why is it always got to be him?
He basically let you know it was him by crying to his mother saying he couldn't talk to his stop it.
I felt Scrappy.
I felt Scrappy too because for the simple fact that I too have childhood trauma. I definitely have commitment issues. Because you know what I'm saying, like due to my father, like he went to jail at some time for a long period of time. So like,
what's a long period? You don't mind me asking, dude. What's a long period of time?
Like 10, 19 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
We used to be together all the time when I was like 3, 4, and all that. And then like when I was 5, he got locked up. I never forget because I didn't really wonder where he was at, but I knew he was missing. And my mom would sit me down one day and was like, yeah, your dad is in jail. I knew what that jail was. I was raised in the project, so I was like, yeah, let me see my pops for a while. And it affected me because, like, I mean, one parent can do what they can for you. You know what I'm saying? But you really need both parents. And, like, my father, like, I never really had, like, that relationship anymore. Like I started out with it, then I didn't have it, and then like after a while I was always waiting, you know what I'm saying? Before I realized he wasn't coming, I was waiting for him to pull up. Then when he got out, you know what I'm saying, our relationship just wasn't the same.
Do you think being in prison kind of changed his way of connecting with you? Like, do you blame him for it? Be honest.
To an extent.
All right, give me your yes and a no.
My yes, because like any person, we all have choice. He could have tried harder. That's my yes. My no, because even with the time, the gap that we had, it did create a disconnect between, even for me, because like it was kind of awkward when I did see him again. It was like not the same as when I was little and I just daddy.
So you held it. So you really held it over his head.
I didn't really hold it over his head, but I held everything he did once he was out over his head. I did. I did. Everything he did after getting out, I held over his head. It hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. It made me become my own man, though. So, I mean, I'm not too upset with it.
It made you what?
Become my own man.
Wow.
Because, like, I stopped looking for that. And I never really looked for that in another man for my life. Like, I just realized, you know what I'm saying, what I was going to have to do as a kid. I'm just different.
Okay.
I always cared for companionship, but I never looked for a man to like, and I also went with the man my mother dated. I seen how they was. So I knew never to rely on a man ever to do it myself so it can get done.
What?
It's the only way it's going to get done.
When did you figure this out, man?
Ooh.
Shout out to Miss Tina. What's going on, Miss Tina?
13? What was that? Yeah, 13.
You were that young?
I was 13 when I realized I got to be my own man. I'm not going to wait on somebody to disappoint me.
All right, so you realize how many women are set up like that and programmed like that? Like after the event, like we just said, I just read you all the causes that relates to childhood trauma. You realize, do you look at that as being abuse, abandoned? You feel like you
abandoned.
That makes sense.
And then to go on to date the wrong people who also abandoned me, that's just like, you know.
So do you attract on what you hate?
I can't tell you what I attract.
Well, I'm gonna speak well.
The universe the universe has a way of testing us through life. Like I dated a dude that was like seriously abandoning me on Classic.
Oh, the Black Holiday.
I hope he tuned in. You fuck. But I
let it go, bro.
I remember Classic. This guy called me every hour on the hour to make sure I was still at home, so he could. But that was like my last straw. Like, and it was so crazy for me because he was so persistent in chasing me to it broke me to the point where I was like, he must be good for me. Like I might be blocking a blessing in him.
Why you thought that?
Because he was persistent. Nobody's gonna be persistent to hurt you. At least that's how women think. Who the hell would be persistent to hurt you? Like he wasn't my type. I do not like.
You went in with he wasn't your type. That was your fault.
But I am a person. Your personality can outweigh you not being my type. You can draw me in. I allowed him the opportunity to reel me in. And he did, and did nothing with it.
So you was giving him a chance.
Yeah, basically.
I could have said that. If you was giving him a chance, and why would that mean your expectations was high then?
No. You know how I was? Vampire. But listen, when you're young, like you so optimistic about things. So like even just giving him a chance is still me like being like, oh, he might really be that one. He might be daddy. That might be mine.
Yeah, optimistic, and you already knew he wasn't your type.
But he still was a cute guy though. Like I could get around like not good. Cause I was very picky. I mean, I still am.
I'm finna say, why are you
as a female, you know, I know we wear heels, so I like any man I'm not gonna tower over. You know what I'm saying? He's fairly short.
Okay, I get it with the relationship. Let's go back to Lil Scrappy. So when it came to Lil Scrappy, man, I hate I don't have the clip. You know what? I need to look up the clip. But when Lil Scrappy, man, when he vented to his mama, I'm gonna be real with you. My personal opinion. Don't get mad at me. I felt like his mama, she heard him, but she didn't feel his pain. That's what she gave me though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she didn't feel it. I could tell.
So you feel the same way I feel?
Yeah, looking at her, she was listening.
Mama D, your ass wasn't paying the man.
But she was not connected to what he was saying like she should have. If she really was, she would have like consoled him, like brought him in. She did none of that. She just let him keep crying. And then she finally was like, oh, he really hurt. Yeah, he bugging out. You had him in a whorehouse.
And
it's so crazy because I think for her it wasn't that bad. She didn't really consider him while she was letting them deal drugs in the house. And you know, because he a boy. A lot of women, I don't know, they approach things differently with their son. I think she felt like, oh, he a boy, that's gonna affect him. It's gonna make him a soldier. And it might have did, but it also affected him.
It was one of them situations where I think a lot of men can relate to it because he done rapped about it for so many years. It made it seem honestly like you worship that lifestyle that you come from, and then behind closed doors the whole time this man hurting inside.
I mean, you gonna pretend to worship it because that's you protecting yourself. You're trying not to let yourself go crazy. Exactly,
and it's crazy because right now I actually have the clip of him talking about it. You want me to play it? Mm-hmm. All right, do me a favor, put your mic down.
You gotta stop because you don't have nobody. That should make you support this even more. Because you know I want somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in love with this, all this. You know what I'm saying?
No one's arguing that.
You know why I'm like I am with her?
Because of what you saw me
Listen to what he's saying.
No, I saw your lifestyle. I grew up in a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house.
Yeah.
So all I knew was that. You know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down and like you did what you had to do. But imagine you never had to,
point of view.
You never had to sleep with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room.
Okay.
You never had to walk in on my dope.
Yeah.
You never had to walk in on my just you know what I'm saying? The way I was raised, I had to deal with that. Because everything that happened, I had to deal with that. And I'm still dealing with it because ain't nobody come to take me to give me no help. Ain't nobody got me no help. I learned about that when I got older.
Okay. And so do you
know real good? Like this in my head.
Yeah. Don't cry. She about to start shit. I seen that motherfucker coming, bro.
Because like she wasn't here.
Miko, what to do, man? Hey, y'all do us a favor. Please share the live. Please share the live. Please share. Hey, what's going on, man? Everybody, man, kicking in, man, tuned in with us, man. But yeah, what you about to say, my bad?
She was talking while he was talking.
She didn't receive it. I feel like Mama D and then take in what he was saying, like just like you know how mamas put on the front, like everything is okay for their child.
I think she really just about their life and it didn't bother her, and she's not really understanding where he was coming from.
You didn't make it no better, but yeah. Mama, y'all, man, y'all ain't checked out that we just played a snippet from where little Scrappy come from.
Scrappy breaking the fourth wall and really telling how he really feel.
And yeah, Scrappy hood, man, it's hood ass nigga. But Mama D is real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when it comes to black men, I'm just gonna talk about black men. I talk about black men. Black men, we endure a lot. We take in a lot. I'm not making no like excuses for like how they treat women. I'm talking about men, not boys. Black guys to put on this face every day. Go out here into this world, man. You will swear up and down everything is just great in their world. They pull up in the Escalade on 4s or 6s. Get out clean, smelling good, looking sharp, man. Trimmed up to the T, got good money, got good job. That same guy that you seeing, bro, that same king that some of y'all women see, may be fucked up inside. He hurting. He gonna wear this. He gonna wear that. He gonna wear that to the T. But man, it's a lot of black kings out here, man. And I know we always talk about women. But sometimes I feel like black men don't get that same. We don't get that same conversation piece. Same conversation. What Miko did Miko say something? That's why it's important to break generational curses. I agree.
Boy, it's a job too.
That is Miko. That is one of the hardest things to do because you have no knowledge of it. You don't know how. You don't know. Oh my
goodness! You have to identify this. You have a curse to break. Because you done lied to yourself and told you this is okay.
Yeah, you don't psych yourself out.
I've developed multiple personalities. That's what I did.
I know.
Help me. Relax.
I know. I was just agreeing.
Help me get through it. Like, and even me and my, you know what I'm saying, folks had a talk recently. Like, my brother pointed out, he said, we got our mama's strong side. Mm. So what we went through, it just affected us differently than it did the other two. And I get it.
I get it. I get it. But I think people receive things differently too. They'll take in like what you're saying, but they maybe can't feel it and relate to it. Cause like he was saying, Mama D, you don't know how I feel. He was telling his mama, like, Mama, you never had to do this. You caused the pain to me, but you never had to endure that same pain that you put out on me. She didn't even realize that what they put him through. You know what I'm saying? As old as he had got. So
she hit my word, okay. No, you ain't hearing him. You ain't feeling it.
Yes.
He had to sleep in your bed because they were selling dope. You didn't hear him. You
had a trap house, a house. You did everything out that house.
Man.
Let me see what's that. Yeah, it's okay to get help. I always said that. I know. Shout out to my boy Larry. Larry's been an advocate for that.
Yeah, black people need to definitely look into therapy and take counseling and therapy more like into the family lifestyle, because we look all over somebody show some mental health problem, be like, this motherfucker just
crazy. Yeah.
And just sum it up like that. They really fighting. They really battling with something mentally.
I'm gonna use this example. I hope people don't take it the wrong way, but just kind of bear with me. Kanye West, aka Ye. Me and you talked about after his mama died.
Oh, he was gone.
I don't know if y'all kept up with what's going on with Kanye, but Kanye just said something that was huge. I hope they don't try to do nothing to the brother, but he said when they sacrifice people like my mama, and he talked about Jordan. Who else he named? He named
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Man. He named some people. He ain't named no people that we don't know of. He named some people that's huge on platforms. And I was just like, for him to say that about his mama, and look, ever since he lost his mama, he really ain't been the same Kanye to me. It's just me, even with his music. His music is still good. It's still great. It's still good, but it ain't the same Kanye.
I mean, because imagine you lose the only person in the world that you fighting to succeed for.
Your biggest
all
thing.
Because of vain requirements in America.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep.
She went and got her body did instead of trying to be fine real quick fast. You lose your best friend, the love of your life, the reason you do what you do. What's the purpose now? And this man had kids and he still ain't bounced back mentally.
Yeah, and then you got the whole. I'm sure he ran Kim off, but he's a Gemini.
She a Libra. Yeah.
No comment.
Stop him.
I personally think, like I read, you know what I read earlier about the definition of it, man. You gave me this one. This one was a good one. You read it.
Not willing to be vulnerable.
What you mean by that?
Emotions are for suckers. That's what I mean by that. And one thing that triggered me going into my shell emotionally, I remember, I used to be very attached to my mama, probably unhealthily, but she dropped me off at school I would cry every time, but this last time in particular stuck with me. The principal really looked at me and said, "Stop all that damn crying and get in that classroom." The principal. I knew then nobody cares about your tears. They don't care.
That's not true.
The world does not care about your tears. They see tears, they're gonna eat you alive.
I do agree.
I knew then that I had to man up. I want to say I was like 5, 6. I knew I had to man up. And also a lot of things contributed to me being.
I guess Miko agrees with you.
Childhood trauma. You can't talk to kids like that. I miss my mom. I'm having to detach. I be with her every day. There was a way she could have handled it. After that, I just slept on my. I don't think it was a while before I cried again.
I think that comes with even with friendships and relationships. You're not being willing to open up to somebody.
Also, because men can't be trusted. Okay, I mean,
why do we every time we get on this conversation when we do that? You can't use that as a crutch. See after
I was broken down, like it took for my brother, like for us to be grown up, for me to realize men are human. I started watching him after a while.
Okay, thank you.
But my daddy, our disconnect, that kind of just made me be like, men don't care about nobody because he didn't run back to me. So I automatically assumed men do not care about you.
That's not
going
true.
On his merry way, popping in and out when he feel like it. I'm like, bro, it's cool.
That's not
I'll
true.
be there for myself in the masculine way.
You're still suffering. And damn it, we're finna talk about it. Man, shout out to my dog, man. Cassia, what's up, man? Listen, Cassia just wrote a paragraph, and this is what I'm gonna do because my vision is not like y'all's.
Men today are persistent and will hurt us. I know men personally who chase women and fuck over them when they get her. Amen. Hallelujah. Okay. And they laugh about it to me. I don't get involved because the women be hard in the beginning, but give in for financial gain.
Ooh, she didn't go that did. I got a drink. Michelob, y'all want to sponsor the Boo Boo Room?
Miko said that's a problem. We ruin our little boys. We tell them not to cry, but as a woman, we want men to show emotions when they were raised to be tough. Hey, man, I'm slandering.
Did you hear?
Yeah.
Can you read that one more time?
Okay, you want me to read Takasha's too?
No. Read Miko's. It's not a battle. We're in this together right now.
Miko said that's a problem. We ruin our little boys. We tell them not to cry, but as women, we want men to show emotions when they are raised to be tough.
Okay, let's dissect. Let's dissect my dog. What part do you agree with? What part do you don't agree with? Do you agree with everything Takasha said?
Yeah, man. These men really do chase us to hurt us. Like, what is the point of that? You do all that, put in all that work. Once they get what they want, they treat you.
Why are you making this about men versus women right now?
I'm not making it about men versus women, but I'm speaking on what she said that I agree with.
But did you continue to read what she said? They got into it. I believe Miko said financial gain. A lot of these women.
No, Takasha said financial gain.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Takasha said financial gain. So they got into it, and then you molded your mind to where he got the cash. That when does that become the individual's fault?
She never said it wasn't.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to her. I'm talking to you.
When you stay for a reason other than the fact that he loved you correctly, that's when it becomes your responsibility. Like Young Jock and his wife. Let's talk about it.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I gotta give my dog a shout out, man. Hey, make sure y'all go copy a book. Hey, put your information up there to Takasha, man, with the name, the title of your book, and where to go copy from, man. Man, my dog got a story.
Miko just said something real. That's because we lower our standards once they get us.
Okay, so watch this. Women, this is not a battle. I'm not trying to come back at y'all. But every time that I make a comment about black men, it's like the women start talking about their problems. Y'all don't even realize y'all have a defense mechanism because I'm on the live with nothing but women. It's a defense mechanism. We can't talk about us. If we name everything that a woman does to us, y'all gonna automatically just come back with us. Y'all won't be able to sit there and say, yeah, you're right. Okay, this is why you're wrong. Y'all automatically put up a defense mechanism and come back with us with something. I wasn't even trying to do that. So I don't want to create that environment to do so. You feel me? But y'all are doing it. But hey, put up the information.
Why Miko said work both ways? That's what we're trying to express.
But I'm
both sides.
But this time I said at the top of the show, can we just focus on the black male at that time? Because we played a little scrappy. Women, we have heard y'all for years.
We've heard y'all for years. We've heard y'all for years feel like Scrappy talking to his mom. Y'all heard us, but y'all ain't felt us yet. So let's just calm down.
See what I'm saying, folks? We can't win.
No,
I just wanted to have a conversation for the guys.
And we're gonna have the conversation.
Wow, we was on it. We played Scrappy.
We're still on it.
We played Scrappy.
We're still on it.
But you were talking about y'all.
But men aren't the only ones who get hurt in childhood trauma.
We're not. I never said y'all the only ones. I just see what I'm saying. Right. If anybody out there listening in the world, I see what they do is we're not the only. We know y'all are not the only ones. We were trying to bring you into our world. See, every time that we try to open up, this is what happens.
All right, let's just go back to one of the little boys.
Okay. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's in you see what I'm saying? We don't mind going back. Let's go.
See?
Let's go to little boys being ruined. Let's talk about it.
Little boys being ruined. What do you mean? That's
young man, sir.
Right.
Have you ever had? Do you have childhood trauma?
Everybody has childhood trauma.
So I mean,
I feel like at one point I could never do nothing right. I felt like that. I had this conversation with my mom. I feel like I couldn't do nothing right. Sat down, we talked about it, communicated about it. It wasn't. At first, I couldn't hold it over here because she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? She did nothing wrong. My greatest mom in the world. Come from one of the best families in the world. I'm a hood nigga. I ain't a street nigga. There's a difference. There's a difference now. I'm a hood nigga. I ain't a street nigga. Come from a great family background. Great mom in the world. She did everything in the world for me. I can never complain about my mom. But that little piece that I feel like, man, I had to have with her. I feel like sometimes I could never do nothing right because she expected profession from me. She wanted everything to be just perfect.
So what do you feel like, I'll say top 3 heaviest things for a black man to carry?
Talking about like from childhood trauma?
Yeah, just being a man, period.
No specific order, right? No specific order.
That you feel like it's heavy to have to carry.
First, I'm gonna come out the gate. I've heard this more than anything, so I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna feel comfortable about being one, although I said no order. I would say being able to carry the household as a young man financially. Especially if the dad's not in the picture, and seeing your mom struggling, a lot of young men turn to the streets because they're trying to bring in some type of financial gain for the house.
As a fellow man, I can agree.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that was me.
See what I'm saying?
Agree. Keep going. I can agree. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. Fellow men, I'm talking to y'all. Financial gain. I would say, when it comes to a black king, the first queen of his life is his mama. So he's gonna reflect what he sees. Like if his mama's a certain way, that's probably what he's gonna
attract.
That's what he's gonna attract. Cause that's what he's looking for. Like a lot of the standards and all that. I say that's 2. Third, I would say, that third one. If you don't have the best relationship with your mama, you're probably not gonna be able to trust a lot of people. I'll say that. I know.
So you don't feel like not having a good relationship with your dad could affect
Same, yeah, both definitely. Hell yeah. If the dad is not in the picture, it's way more complex. If the dad is in the picture, he has a chance. I know more. I know a lot of guys who get along with their pops more than their mom do. And I know a lot of guys who's a mama's boy and the dad is
Jackass.
Yeah, so it goes both ways. It goes both ways, man.
Also, I think some boys who have their father and their father be too hard on them.
Man, make sure y'all just put it on the screen, man. Make sure y'all go check out my dog book, man. Dope write up, man. She did a wonderful job. She done been through a lot. So I know she gonna have a lot to say with this conversation piece we got going on right now. You know, man, shout out to my dog Takashi, man. Hey, make sure y'all please go cop that. What you about to say?
I said, some boys, even with their father in their life, have childhood trauma because their daddies be too hard on them. There's a such thing as being too hard on your son, fellas.
Yeah. Do you agree with Boosie? Do you agree with Boosie said?
Yeah. What?
Boosie said a lot, but do you agree with Boosie said? He's very hard on his son because he feels like the social media world and television can corrupt a child's brain into the sexuality piece. I'm not gonna say you know what I'm going with that.
And him buying him pussy, I ain't gonna do it.
I didn't bring that one up.
What is that about? If a boy hasn't had sex yet, the father or grandfather goes buy them some stinking ass used pussy.
True story, man. R.I.P. to my pops.
My brother, bro. Like,
if Miko on here, I'm finna fuck Miko. All right, so look. My dad called me. No, it's a true story. I've never told this story out in the public, but like I love the hell out of my dad, so I'm gonna tell you. R.I.P. to my pops. My pops called me out of the blue one day. I probably was in the 9th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. I can't remember. I think it was 8th grade. And out of the blue, my dad always called me boom boom. He never said, man, what's up? None of that. Boom boom. Man, what up, Pops? What's going on, man? Pops was like, man, hey boom. No, you got a big dick, don't you? Like, what? Pops, what are you talking about, man?
where's the lead? What's the build up?
What? Random as fuck. So I'm sitting there like, right, like, I don't even know what you gonna say if your daddy call you and say, boom, you know you got a big dick, don't you? What? So the backward question that would fuck me up, my dad said just like this. He said, you got some pussy yet? I was look. I'm so thrown off by this question. I don't even. Hey, you want me to look out for you? Want me to, I got somebody. Hey, I can get you in there now. Hey, I made it my bro. I made it my due. I said, Pops, I got it. I'm good. I don't want nothing you got going on over. I was like, I'm gonna work on it. And true story. I can't make this shit up. Dad, no, I ain't lying. He up there smiling, laughing now. You know I ain't made it. I'm not making this shit up. So and listen, this is back before social media. This has always been a code with young men growing up, right? You don't want your son to lead straight. I say that.
Bro, my granddad did it to my bro.
I'm little Nico weak. I can't make this up, Nico. You know I ain't lying. Bro,
that shit is crazy. Why would you put coochie in front of them that might scar them? Like, I never understand that formula. Like, they did this to my brother. He was like, Greg. Say right here. Hold it. I was like,
I told Pops to work on it, man.
They don't know that boy sit on the edge of that toilet scrubbing them shoes all day. Like, he can't do that with no dirty coochie. He can't do that much with it. He can't do.
I promise you not, bro. That's why I say some trauma can be comical. Like that trauma right there. I was like,
it also affects you mentally, bro. Like, okay, I'm on the prowl right now, today.
It was one of my goals. I was like, I'm not doing. Pops, I don't want nothing that you trying to provide.
That's another thing. It's actually frowned upon for a boy to be a virgin for so long. Like, what's the age that boys can no longer be a virgin? It's crazy.
The times have changed now because I'm hearing kids getting it in way earlier than
they was back then too, wasn't it?
Some, but statistic wise, it say it was like 80-20. Like, and that's middle school. Most of us ain't had no muffin yet, man.
Yeah, I was lying.
most of them was lying. I never said it. My hand was my friend.
Oh wow, get the God.
My hand was my friend.
Wow. My thing is like, what is it 12? Because I ain't gonna lie, I just know if a dude reach high school and he say he ain't no pussy, he's automatically
and that's
proclaimed lame.
That's an influence. That's an influence.
And that's crazy because I had a coworker, and no disrespect to him, rest his soul, I'm quite sure he was gay. But he still was very young, and he was trying to impress the guys around the warehouse, so he ended up, forcing himself to get a piece of ass. He got it. And end up dying behind it. So, like, let's just relax off the peer pressure when it comes to guys getting ass. So, I wish that'd relax.
So he died because of the
girl, her husband or whatever she was dealing with. Very abusive, and
he was
his first piece of ass he died over.
And that wasn't even what he wanted because he couldn't come out. Okay.
Exactly. I tell them that all the time. I'm like, that was y'all fault.
I'm gonna skip over that one because you just dove into that. Yeah, you already dove into it. But we can talk about it. The second thing was commitment issues. Ooh, you know what? Let's dive into it. And I'm gonna go a different route.
Okay.
Let's say you have both parents in the household.
Mm-hmm.
Parents, kids pick up on a lot. I was one of them. And you see the toxic genes that, like, you see this shit every day with households. Do you think that affects the outcome of how your relationship status can be in the future?
Hell yes, because my mother picked them all wrong growing up. I vowed that if a nigga dare put his motherfucking hands on me, and I stand by it.
I guarantee
it. One thing I was gonna know how to do as a grown one was beat a nigga ass. I was gonna lay a nigga to rest. I promise you. I stood on that. Even watching her go through, I said, well, when I get old enough and strong enough, I'm going to beat one of these niggas.
Oh, that was a mindset going in.
Yeah. I said, it made me stronger, though. Because I watch dudes' eyes. Like, women get flirted with all the time. And I don't care how mad a nigga get at me.
I knew she was coming. Miko, hallelujah. I knew it was coming. Go ahead.
I don't care how mad a nigga get at me. I can read you through your eyes. I can tell you crazy. Just by looking at you. I can tell if you'll hit a woman just by looking at you. I've lived that. So I avoid them at all costs. I don't give a damn what he bringing to the table. Goodbye, get up and leave me. Thank you. I want nothing to do with you.
Please shut up. Please shut up.
I know me. Once pushed to that limit, I'm going to be in jail. I'm going to take your life. You're not going to be putting your hands on me. I turned to look at Tina and said, you down me, I kid. As soon as I would have healed up.
Wow.
I would have been telling his ass that. I might be still a little.
I can't disagree as bad as
I might be still a little damaged.
A little? Little my ass. Like and like I said, that particular point, 95% you're gonna see more of the men beating on the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even let's just take physical off of it. I think the
mentally, verbally.
Yeah, the verbal is probably it.
I think mentally is the worst. Once you got somebody by the brain.
I agree.
Like how Ike did Tina, perfect example. He would make her feel like shit if she tried to leave him. Like everybody.
What's the gangster shit? Well, not gangster, but it was gangster. I'm sorry. If you down me, I'll kill you.
But no, forget that. He played victim on her one time. Everybody always leave me. Got her feeling like shit.
But that was in the beginning. I'm talking about.
But it still worked. That's how he got her. He knew he could get in her head.
I agree.
Mind fucking is a thing. And it's definitely a thing in relationships. And he knew that. Yeah. And he knew that.
Coming right up, sir.
He knew he could mentally fuck Tina and take advantage of her emotionally, mentally, and physically because of her age. And he could see that in her. But he didn't fuck with Elaine like that. I was Elaine. Tried. This fool said, shout out to my boy Ike. Sir. Negative. Ike would have been in a box messing with me. I said Ike had a very abusive, top tier, toxic mindset. And he picked I'm not even gonna say he just picked Tina off, realizing that she was a weak spirit and he could break her and control her like he wanted her to. He did choose her by talent, he did, but in capturing her, he realized what he could do with her. Then he got to meet her mother and realized how he could control her and control them as a group. And he already knew. He knew. And then once he started in that bag, it was over with. Thank you, sir.
Anything else you want, man?
Thank you, sir. But yeah, Ike is the worst case. And like, never let's get back some. Let's take it back some more. Men have been doing this since the beginning of time. Color purple.
See, I told y'all I was gonna always go back to the man. I said it right. I was
we
gone.
We on my commitment issues. When
it became mine. I
was discussing what I've been through. Abusive males. And it's crazy because I can really tell if a man hit a woman.
Rat stupid.
Yeah, Rat gonna stay where he gonna stay at.
Okay. It goes both ways. It still can damage a young little boy because he gonna grow up thinking it's all right to hit women and abuse and talk to him like shit.
Girls, females, and let's take.
You hear what Ike said? Junior, say it to your mama.
Not just that, women are abusive too, which leads me to this space.
Right.
Do not hit nobody if you can't take no lick. I hate that 20 this new age shit. You just hit this man, hit him with a 2-piece and a biscuit. Then he finally get his lick back because you lay it out. You all dramatic and you the victim now. You started this like on a couple show. This lady bust this man in the head with 2 hard ass apples. Not one.
Oh yeah.
2 hard. You heard each one of them all land on his scalp. It's on camera.
Yeah.
He get to the room and realize she finna play victim and snap. All he do was grab her by the collar. Whole room shake. Now he's the aggressor. He's the bad guy because of what he's capable of doing. It does not matter. If you can harm somebody, period. She had weapons, but nobody looked at her and said, "Hold up, shout."
Yeah.
You really brought that on yourself. I'm sorry, but that's a thing. You can bring it on yourself.
Man, Mako just said some real.
Believe it or not, it's more mental abuse relationships than physical. True. When it comes to domestic violence, because it's not recognized. And because it's better to have somebody mentally than physically afraid. Like physically afraid, she might snap, get a gun. If I can get her to realize I'm a victim and I could also like control her or his, I can control their brain, I can observe them and realize how I can really make them a robot of mine. That is scary because that person is not conflicted, fighting themselves, even when you hurt them. They are fighting with themselves. And, well, maybe they did it by mistake. They said they'll never do it again. I truly believe this.
Hey, that's deep.
Because he'll love me tomorrow.
Stop.
But that's real shit.
And shout out to my cousin, man. You know, that's like my sister. We be saying cousin, but it's like sister and brother. Miko is she's actually domestic violence. What's the proper
Hold up. And as an advocate, there's so many domestic violence relationships in middle school and definitely in high school. Parents recognize the signs in your kids, boys and girls.
Yes,
it's real.
It's real. It's real.
Please recognize if your baby is in a, because it do start there.
And that's it goes. I guess you know what we've been saying this whole show, and we didn't even realize it. Parenting. We've been saying
which is not an easy job.
No, it's
not easy.
Ooh. Because I said, "Come help me raise these mom."
You want to protect them, and you also want them to know the scariest parts of the world, but you want to protect them while you're doing it. It's so being a parenting is hard.
And it's like
you want to chastise them, but then you still want them to know you love them. You got to really learn how to find that balance.
Like she said earlier, like giving out. I try not to whip mine. I try my best not to whip mine. A pop or two, yeah, I'm there. But I'd rather them understand why I'm doing it. Because I feel like, bro, when I used to get killed, R.I.P. to grandma. Everybody in my family know, boy, you not gonna get your ass whooped by grandma. Grandma was skinny as hell, but boy, she like you get hit by a 2x4. All right, Peter Grandma Core. Grandma used to whip you, come back and settle down and talk to you. That was my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated that later on. I didn't understand it then because my grandma, you whipping my ass.
My mom used to talk first before she would.
No.
See if
you
she
get
had
that ass, but you get your ass.
Yeah, she would talk to us and always. But that's why I say what Miko just brought up is very serious. How do you talk your child out of a domestic violence relationship in middle school and high school? Because that is when they the most vulnerable because
middle school is like the
that peer pressure, and then all they really care about is what their peers think. So once they feel like they in love, you gotta fight.
You went down.
It's a fight in your household.
So we already really touched on abuse then.
Yeah, we on abuse.
We on abuse.
How do you get your baby out of there? Without them turning against you, because that's almost like a situation that I stand in. They got to go through it to know, and it's not something you really want them to go through.
All right, so let's check it out. No lie, true story. Both of mine, 10 and 4. I already know my 4. He gonna be thugging.
Legal.
My big man gonna be thugging. He ain't gonna take that bullshit. So what happened? He had a little boy, and he's not like that. He's not like he's not like the kid that always gonna just tell a tale when it comes to other kids. So this particular time he was like, man, that such and such, you know what I'm saying, he hit me. So you can tell he didn't want to tell me. And right, I'm gonna get to you, bro. I see you saying something. And he told me, he was like, man, he told his grandma, he told Gigi first. So Gigi told him the same thing I told him. Gigi said, knock the shit out of him next time. She didn't tell him shit, but she was like, no, you hit him back. And both of my kids give me the same response. I didn't want to get in trouble. So I told I gave my daughter, Boo Boo, I gave her a different strategy. I said, listen, go tell the teacher first. The reason I want you to tell the teacher first is because I want the teacher to be aware the next time that they keep messing with you, now you can go knock the hell out of them. You got your paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You good to go. My little boy, I gotta get him right now. If he hits you, hit him back. We'll deal with this shit later on.
You gotta be ready to fight for no reason.
Straight for the nose, sinuses. Knock his ass out, but that comes from abuse, and I believe a lot of them kids be seeing this at their houses, man. I used to know a little kid, I ain't gonna name his name, bro. This nigga was always angry.
Like they come to school picking on you and shit, yeah. You have to beat their ass for respect.
Hey, read Rat shit.
Rat said, my mom whooped my ass while talking to me and expecting me to retain what she said. and there was a quiz afterwards. Apparently, Rat failed every time. It's giving trauma.
He lied, bro. Oh shit.
Miko said, it's important to show your kids love, especially little girls. Then they won't be looking for the love elsewhere. That is true.
Another true story. Another story. I had a young man in our neighborhood call her a bitch. And listen, Boo Boo is the most. I can't. She's not like that. You know your child. I was just like, she said it in a like I had to get it out of her type thing. So when I walked down, oh man. So this time, big man like 2, going on 3. And when I got down to the little dude, man, he was out there playing football. I stopped everybody and I asked him, I said, man, did you call her the B word? I said B word. I didn't say the bitch word. So I said, Boo Boo, point him out. She said him. It's like 8 of them out there. When I tell you all the little boys just froze up, like nobody was moving. They was in the middle of the play. He was running back, spinning. Hey, yo. Everybody froze. And I was like, so you call her out the B word, bro? I said, it's you? And he was like, I said, what's his name? She called his name out. I said, that's him. She said, that's him. I said, why you call her that, bro? He automatically started crying. Crying real tears. He started crying. I said, man, grab your bike, bro. It's going down to your house. It's going. I told him straight up while he was getting his bicycle, he crying like hard. His brother over there like shaking his head like, man, I tried to tell him. Brother really low-key told him. I told him straight up, I said, if he was older, I was appointing the big man. I said he was a little bit older. Win or lose, I would have had him come down here and fight you, bro. I said, win or lose, he was gonna come see you.
It's hood.
I ain't hood. I'm finna learn to teach you to protect your sister. Like that big no, bro. I ain't finna let him do his sister like that.
True.
You know
Siblings must have each other's back.
Well, I'm talking about
him.
You think he was crying like he already got the ass with.
You already know.
When I got to the residence, I seen what the problem was.
He finna get an ass whooping no belt on me.
Hey, granddad was like, what you did? Come on inside. Oh, I said, oh shit. We have to worry about that again.
Cast on with his ass.
Yeah. What's the last? We already talked about him, but wait, Nina, can I ask you a question? Since Miko had said something earlier that it kind of caught my attention. You know what? I'm not gonna ask you. Is Rat? I'm gonna ask Rat.
Oh,
Lord, pray for me. Rat, do you think your childhood determined how you pick your women?
I don't feel like it determined how I pick my man.
I'm gonna ask it again.
I ended up with a female, so I never didn't.
Yeah, you all fucked up.
All fucked up.
All fucked up. I'm gonna ask this question again.
I was just doing shit.
I'm talking to Cuz. I'm singling you out, Cuz, because you on. Yeah. Do you think, well, fellas, do y'all think y'all childhood kind of reflects on it or determines on what type of woman you pick for your life? That's a real question now. Don't take that like as a grain. Take that. Take that. It's did it. Take that. Do y'all think that determines how you pick your woman? What?
Miko said, "Do."
I wait. Hey, Miko, I want.
You see how fast we answer? Because we already ready, bro. We already.
Well, you know, guys, we don't text like y'all text. Y'all text.
I see wrote do D-O. D-O.
Oh, she said she ain't try that. See that? Rat, fellas, do y'all think y'all childhood reflects on what type of woman y'all pick in y'all future? Damn, I should just say that for that'd been fine. The future part. I'm gonna go and say it, man.
She said, well, friend, tell your son to sell first as well, because we got a law now that's trying to pass. If it's any violence, you'll sit in jail into court, even if it's defense. That law is set up for our black asses.
Oh, they got me all fucked up. Dad go to jail then.
Oh wow.
Pops go. I'm sorry. Hey. Hold on. Where Rat say?
Rat laughing. He ain't answer your
question. No, what emoji is that? Answer the question, Rat.
He said, what emoji is that?
Rat, what is the answer that?
The hell is that?
Yeah, it is. That's the emoji. What is that?
No, it's the looking eye. No, Rat, answer the question.
Answer the question, Rat.
Observe.
Rat said, fuck it, I'm out. But hey, Takasha, I appreciate you telling me that.
I think so, but I don't like my brother. He did not look for somebody exactly like my mama. He wanted somebody strong, but he didn't look for somebody exactly like the women he attracted to are very tomboyish and athletic.
I mean,
he dated one crazy hoe. He got her about it. What's that? She gotta go.
She said sometimes it's not who we pick, it's but who we attract. Now, I don't know how to phrase this question though. Miko, I'm trying to. How do I phrase this question?
What?
It's not who we pick, it's who we attract.
See, and that's what I be saying. That's what I be trying to explain. What I tried to explain to this guy. When choosing this topic, he has to understand there are a lot of factors that isn't just childhood that goes into this. I tell people this all the time. The universe itself likes to play games with us. Like by the time you meet your soulmate, you so damn damaged from the experiences life wants you to go through that both you and your soulmate are just fighting to make it work and to not be lonely. Because
I agree.
I know for a fact I'm not friendly. I do not like a lot of people. So I knew that was the universe bothering me. I didn't go looking for nobody. Except, I mean, the chicken was different. I was looking for like a friendship, and that just turned. Anywho, with the guy, he was very persistent. Any male, of course, if that's y'all role, y'all gonna be persistent. Y'all are gonna, you see something you want, you're gonna go get it. But I was never like, I never accepted everybody. So like for me, when it did come, it just felt like, okay, maybe it's supposed to be happening.
Hold on, I gotta cut you off. Rat said your childhood has nothing to do with the choice you've been wanting. I low key disagree.
Not for everybody.
Not for everybody, but yeah, that shit. Okay, prime example. If you used to seeing ratchet women, that's damn know what you're gonna attract. What you laughing at? What I missed? What happened?
My mom said.
Oh shit! Turn it up.
I didn't have any idea what type of person to pick. That's a hard thing to do. You never really know what you're getting until you get to really know them. I like what Rex said too. He said everyone is looking for someone that complements who they are as a person. That's facts.
That's facts.
Because we all get wrapped up in this whole I'm looking for love thing. But in fact, we should be looking for a teammate, a partner to attack this place with. Somebody who understands.
Right.
Somebody who understands that we are out here fighting for our life and we need a strong teammate. Not just somebody to lay her with, cuddle and go to the picnic with. You need a soldier, fam. You don't just need somebody who's gonna look cute when y'all dress up and do it for social media. You need a fighter. Yeah. Somebody on your team. Who's ride or die. Who understand y'all had the same goals. Y'all realize that together y'all are unstoppable. That is what we're supposed to be looking for. That's what the problem is. Everybody forget what they're supposed to be looking for. Everybody looking for a fuck friend. Fuck friends.
You all right?
I'm cool.
Yo.
Nico, what she just said, a lot of times we get caught up in a type. Exactly.
Ooh.
Looks. What do you call it?
R.I.P. take off.
Drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat.
Sorry.
Random. Yeah, R.I.P. my cousin. Real talk. You drink this up before you take off.
Don't drink it all at one time. I can't disagree with them. The last few comments was real. You know, your mom, right.
Picking a partner, it's not easy, man. They said it's piss in the dating pool. They ain't lie, man. It's piss pills, crack cocaine, and shit. It's just too much going on, man. Gotta get close to God. Next God is gonna see somebody.
God, you hit on a deadly combo. I like what your mom just said. I like what she put on there, man. That's deep.
That is true. Some people will play up under you just to be a friend. But that's also the thing. There's nothing wrong with a friend. See, and that was used to be the formula back in the day. Well, before, not the whole arranged marriage thing, but we always used to say when I was growing up, be a friend first. Because then you realize the flaws in what you get.
I agree.
And you can accept, oh man, I've been knowing brother this long. That doesn't shock me. You know what I'm saying? It's safer to get to know somebody as a friend.
Now, DJ, what it do, King?
Less hurt come behind it. Us diving straight into that whole love thing, then learning a person's flaws as you trying to love them, that create a toxic environment. I believe in being friends first.
Okay. All right.
We too microwave these days, man. Slow it the fuck down.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's why the clinic's so full.
I wanted to disagree and come back with something, but I can't really disagree. True story, another story. Early 20s, economy was fucked up with 08. It's recession, didn't have no job, need to go get checked out just for a regular physical. Mama made me go do it, went to the clinic. I felt like everybody in there had gonorrhea. True story, I told Mama, look, damn it, I ain't gonna be able to do it, I'm out. I went and look, when they called my name, I was like, yeah, physical. But yeah, hold on, what I missing? All right, so check this out. What she said?
Nico said, so I have learned that waiting on God to pick who he has for me because my picking has been trash.
Garbage. Sorry, Nico.
I agree with you on that, Nico. We definitely just need to wait for
I'm talking about Nico and I got a couple of niggas. Anyway.
I said we just gotta let God pick. Like our picking is terrible.
See, I almost had the family like, she, well, we playing over this. But I guess my question would be this. I know we talking about relationship based, but I really do feel it just genuinely me. I feel like the environment that we grew up in and what we saw as a child, man, even up to your teenage age, what you saw kind of reflect on like what you was looking for and that void that you was trying to fill in.
In a way, I think that more so comes into adulthood. As a kid, you just looking. More than likely, you're gonna try to date the person everybody else wants. Like as a kid.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
More into adulthood,
yeah.
you start looking for what's missing. I ain't gonna just say adulthood. I say 17, 18 up. You start looking for that void. Because that's when you start kind of maturing and saying, okay, what is it that I really want from a person?
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because I feel like this is such a deep topic. You know, we always gotta kind of make it comical. Like, I don't want nobody crying. I don't want nobody getting too emotional about it. Because everybody don't be through something.
No, that's my cousin.
R.I.P. Takeoff, man. This is how we gonna pay our respect.
Cry in the shower.
Man, do that. Man, so shout out to everybody tuning in. If you just tuned in, man, please share the live, bro. This is one of them topics like, man, we really could have made this about a lot of different topics, but childhood trauma never ends. I don't know why they didn't put the S on there for me, but cool. Yeah, like we talk. But what are some of the situations that y'all went through? I'm gonna open the floor up to them. Y'all want to give us a situation? Y'all don't have to make a paragraph in there. You can just say it.
Pick one thing from your childhood that traumatized, that you feel like
boom
walked into adulthood.
Boom. She just hit it on the head. Like, what's one thing?
I'll say weakness for me. It turns me off. It aggravates me in friends and family. Like a person.
You somebody just
friends and family and relationships. If I had to learn that people, hurt. Because when I hurt, I just suck it up, and I expected the world to do the same. And when somebody would cry around me or something, it would piss me off.
You thought that was weakness?
Oh, it'd piss me off.
Oh my God.
Unless it's like something real detrimental, like somebody passed away or something, or you shot.
Yeah, that's bad.
Or you got shot, you can't cry around me. Like if you just like, today was a hard day, you bust out crying.
What did you witness?
Piss me off.
What did you witness?
I didn't witness anything. I didn't have to be. I wasn't weak as a kid. I knew I had to.
That don't mean you weak.
I had to be bad around here.
That don't mean shit.
They never cried, as far as I was concerned.
And that was and that's the problem. Men never shed tears, never let go.
I agree. I think I think the standard men are held to emotionally is ridiculous. I do agree. That's why I say I had to learn. Like my brother would piss me off. He would cry more than me, but he would piss me off.
I like when I love what Miko just said. That's yeah, because I don't know why you keep doing that. Well, like I said, my vision is not.
Oscillate.
Asha, where you been?
Because I figure childhood will make you do one of three things: better, same, or worse. True.
The truth. Facts.
What the hell, Red?
I don't know what Red. I don't.
What is that even about?
I don't know what that means.
Back to life.
Back to reality. And rat world. I would say that was crazy. You said crying? So if you thought you seen a man crying, you bitch ass nigga.
It depends on what he crying about.
But you just told me if somebody got shot.
I said that would allow you to cry around me if you say somebody got shot or you lost somebody or you got shot. Like
no, don't fake me.
But I'm saying, but if you crying, so man, the day just was a hard day, man, pisses me off.
Okay.
Suck it the fuck up.
But that okay, man. Actually, are you still like that? Oh shit. Oh shit. You still like that?
You gotta realize with me, it don't get fixed overnight. But for me, I'm still building a strong team. So to me, just crying out the blue is not okay with me all the time. But I'm okay with somebody sharing tears. I'm better at consoling now. I will say
that. Stop. Pause. Before I even get to mine. Miko, you get the MVP of the show, bro. Read that. Breathe that.
You act like J.O. Why you act like you can't?
I told you my vision is not 20.
My childhood, I knew I was loved, but I wanted and needed to hear it more. Oh, I knew I was loved. I actually
you all fucked up.
My mama was very loving.
Why we calling our team? We ain't calling our Miss Team.
Oh, you talking man.
Yeah. See us. You see that, right? Yeah, drink up, goddamn. Drinks up.
But it kept me from being gay because while I was trying to date a woman, I already knew what love from a woman was. So I was just like, I don't want to be here.
Right. That came out. That was right. That was
because I feel like some women are gay because they didn't have that.
Yeah, I need some glasses because these contacts is not it. Motherfucking bad. Kind of running the family because this nigga Rat wear glasses too.
Some readers.
Some readers because these motherfuckers are not the same.
But see, you see how much of a fighter I am? I can't see shit either, but I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
So we both fucked. Cause Charlotte, I see you doing this. Charlotte, like,
let me tell you how these words running into
I
each
can't
other.
do that.
I refuse.
I refuse. All right, so y'all still ain't told me what y'all childhood trauma would be. Miko gave me a lot. Like I said, she's a survivor. So
she said it ought to make you better. You gotta drive you to make it better.
Ooh.
Keep it the same and make it worse. And that's true.
All right.
That's crazy because it sounds like me and my siblings.
You told me.
I was the one. Me and Rick wanted better.
I'm gonna ask everybody this. What's one thing in your childhood that you experienced? You didn't even have to be in your household. It can be outside of what that always stuck with you that was terrible. Like, what did you witness that was so terrible that it always stuck with you? You'll never forget. I already got mine in the back of my head. That's why I asked this question.
It was so terrible.
That was terrible that stuck with you. Like, damn.
This one.
You don't have to say no names.
Oh, I do it. When I was younger, my grandmother would not let my mother in the house for whatever reason. I mean, I witnessed her abusing my mama a lot growing up. But this night in particular really just broke me. Because, you know, for me, I feel like family's supposed to always be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like family is designated people who have to love you and be there for you. So watching her not let my mama in the house, it kind of just fucked me up because I realized
To your mama?
My mama. I just realized, okay, families can be divided. Because in that moment, I hated my grandma for a long time. Especially after hearing my mama tell me what she went through that night. Like, when she told me to go ahead and lay down and say our prayers before we went to bed, I didn't go to sleep. Something in my spirit told me to stay up and, like, pray over my mama. And, like, it's crazy because I told my mama that when I got older, she was like, that night a nigga tried to kill and rob her. I mean, rape and rob her.
I think your mom just said sexual abuse.
Yeah. That was her. That's her childhood trauma.
I mean, she just posted something. I think that's her. Double check and make sure that's someone. Is that Asha?
It's Asha. Asha said, my daddy didn't tell me he loved me, so when I got older, I looked for the wrong love in the wrong guy. But now I understand that my daddy showed me he loved me by his actions.
Oh, man. Hey, I'm going to clap it up for that. I'm going to clap it up because that's a good outcome. He didn't do it at first, but I didn't tell you. Nah, that's a good outcome. I'll shout out to your pops. Did she say they talked? I'm sure they had a sit down problem. And knowing Asha, she probably said.
She said he didn't say it, but he showed it through his actions. She wanted to hear it.
That's what Miko said earlier. She wanted to
hear it, but she understood growing older that he showed it to her.
I fuck with it.
I guess by that bad relationship, she realized, and my pop did really show me. I just didn't receive it verbally.
That's 2 people, Nina.
What the fuck they gotta do with me?
I'll come back to you after the show.
Still lost what they gotta do with me. What they gotta do with me? I mean, my father is a Gemini, so like, you know, we in and out. I understood growing older and understanding myself. Yeah, I understood knowing me once I got older that he is just stubborn and he just gonna do what he want to do. Because he came and saw me, it just was when he felt like it. Not as much as I needed it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask you this, and just so you think the pops is definitely. I don't know how to question.
I think he loved me.
No, that's not the question. Does it matter about men being in the household, or just long as they are in the kids?
I know it don't matter about the household. I think long as they are present.
Okay.
Because if my dad would have just, he wasn't in the household when I was little. But he would make sure to come and get me and spend that time.
I got you. I'm with you.
And it mattered.
That's what I had to argue with somebody with a debate. I'm not gonna say argument.
Yeah.
They said that I feel like the importance should be the man should always be in the house. And I was like, in these days, bro, I know we want to live that traditional life, like keep the man in the house.
Because black people, we always want that TV family look. You know what I'm saying?
And then it's not gonna be like that all the time.
We never really had.
Sometimes people get with the wrong.
But honestly, growing up, I just feel like
Torn what up, man. They got torn crazy ass on him.
Being in a household make things strenuous for real. I mean, eventually you grow some hate for the person you live with. That's why siblings fight. I
know. I seen this shit.
I would have been just appreciative of my father just being there when I asked him. Like I would call him for certain things and he wouldn't come. You see what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just holding anything against him. Like I'm just out here like, oh nah, he just never fucking. He's jacking. I would call him. And
man, hey,
he leave me hanging like a pair of nuts.
That girl Nico is she on a tear. She said, "Let's come."
Help yourself out, Father God.
Come get it.
I'm right by now.
Right, it did. That's common in blacks. It go back as far as slavery, then passed on, being hard and not showing emotions. We have to break these generational curses. Man, come through.
I will say we're working on that.
I agree.
That's why I say my brother is a very in the squad members. But like my brother was the first man I witnessed cry. And I would look at him
man, shout your brother out, man.
Well, you don't turn your ass.
Everything man.
But realizing now he human.
It took 4 to 8 years.
And it's so crazy because being a boy is hard because in school he literally had to fight for no reason just because.
Talk about
like my boy coming out the gym got a square with a nigga. Like
everything,
the boy has no issue with him. He just gotta prove himself to these folks, man. Like
then I'm light skinned. Sorry, Rita, but I'm like, fuck.
You alright?
Hell no, that nigga, bro, I'm eating my pizza, bro, with the ranch. Bro, I'm putting the ranch on my pizza one day, bro. The fried busting the whole thing. Bro, I'm at the old J.O. J.O. was like lean on me. I promise you, the old J.O. But like, I should know I ain't lying. Put my shit on my fries. The biggest nigga in school thought I said something. I'm up there being slave hungry.
He ain't thought you said nothing, bro.
Bro, I'm out $1.50.
He just wanted you, bro.
Nigga picked me up, booming through the table. I got these though. I'm quick now. I'm fast in the motherfucker. I don't know if he felt them dicks. To this day, I don't think the nigga
he
felt
respected. That's how they did my brother.
Shout out to White, man. Me and the White became the best niggas after that because he respected my fight. He respected my. I threw these motherfuckers fast. I'm gonna shake my hand. Just say White your nose. I threw these motherfuckers so fast. A senior came up to me the next day and said, because the police officer broke it up. He was like, bro, look at him and look at you. The nigga's huge. The nigga played defensive end.
Your name was ringing. He had to test you.
That's crazy.
That's the same thing happened to my brother. My brother the girls started liking him. He was good at basketball, so niggas had to test him. It was like an initiation process. That shit was crazy. You know, I don't know how many times my mama came to the school for my brother fight. And he hit her with it. I don't even know.
I ain't getting that, man.
It was a big dude trying to fight him the last round, though. He didn't get to fight him, though. I was like, bro, I have to help my boy out. Fuck that. I don't need that nigga big as hell.
If you would have seen the nigga I was fighting, you'd probably been the same way. Well, he bounced because he was from the hit when somebody grabbed him. Thank God, whoever that was, you grabbed him. Because when he bounced me, he was like this, and somebody had his arm. Thank you, because I gave him about 6 or 7. I don't know if he felt them, but the point that I did not get touched, and I got respect after that. No lie.
Yeah, it's like an initiation for y'all. Like you're not into a game, but niggas now put. I
was hitting that nigga so much. I was hitting everything I had.
He got some fighting.
That nigga face was like this table. Like this nigga. I was hitting that nigga with everything I had.
I will say being a male is hard.
I don't think that nigga felt nothing.
Girls just got to be flying cute. Niggas got to really know how to fight out here. Like,
what did does this Asha said? I think some of the names for some reason won't come up. Let me see. Right, my dad. It says my daddy.
Miko. Wait a minute.
Right up under Miko's. Yeah. Right up after Miko said that's coming is in blacks.
Asha said my daddy military, and on my daddy's side of the family, they not emotional, so he show love by his actions and taking care of his family. That's all he knows, and I respect it now. Well, I said she.
Okay. I respect.
What is rat?
What are you talking about?
He cried when he saw the Black Panther movie.
You talking about the new one or the old one?
Wait a minute. Asha said she weak. She really get your ass.
She said she remember. She said she remember that. She said she remember that. I see. I had to keep seeing my vision kicked in. Then you motherfucker. I was throwing the mother. Get your shit out. I was throwing the motherfucker. That was I was telling you with the big ass mother. The white was big as fuck. The white was like this. I was $150. I was like,
bro, you did not have to fight a nigga named the white.
bro, I was eating my peas and fries, and that nigga just fucked with me, man. I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget that. I promise I'll never forget.
Yeah, no, I said you gotta teach. Now you gotta teach your girls how to fight too, because now the girls.
See, that's childhood trauma. That's problem. I got bounced. I didn't even get a chance to eat my peas and fries.
I will say this: some childhood trauma makes you a good warrior. Like me being tall, I'm gonna be slithered out and pregnant by 16. Definitely drove me to keep these legs on clink.
Well, it's about one individual or like multiple people.
One. I won't say who. But kept these legs on clink. I said, bet. Prove that ass wrong.
You said, okay, don't name the individual.
Some childhood trauma is helpful. It is.
It can motivate you. It can motivate you.
Like you know how to fight.
Bro, I was throwing these motherfuckers. R.I.P. to Deuces, man. Deuces hit my ass with a right. Shit, man, shit fucked me world. And that nigga was for real. That one big changed my life.
Oh,
I'm light skinned. Y'all niggas be hating.
See, I should say he fucked with you because he thought you was weak because you were light skinned.
That's crazy.
Now you had to prove yourself.
See, I'm putting it on there. See, I had to, bro. I was like, bro, I ain't saying shit to you.
Like they can tell who parents raised them. Like I feel like because we was good kids. They can tell my brother was a good kid.
Bro.
Say fuck with my guy. Like they can tell your mama raised you and love you, bro. So you gonna have to turn up in that bitch.
When that one Stevens J say, I'm the good guy.
Bro, you had to turn up in that bitch. You had to turn up. Had that nigga beat your ass flawlessly, bro, you would have never heard the end of that.
And I for real, if I wouldn't have took over myself, Jackson Old and P.D. Jackson Old.
Yes, Asha, you have to teach your kids how to fight. Ooh. Girls and boys now. Not just boys no. Girls gotta know how to fight.
Yeah.
It's real life. In black public schools, your ass will end up in a fight. You don't even know how it started. Just know you gotta throw them things when it take off. Beat that ass.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I used to witness, like, you can tell who family is like not family oriented.
Yes.
How certain kids act.
You can tell who's raised in them bricks.
Man, we had, bro, like E-Town, E.T. used to be ETK. Man, I go to light skin jokes for the coming. Hey, mom, talking about them light skin.
You got hate.
Watch him out. I'm yellow. Not fucking pink.
Yeah,
I'm riding. I'm golden.
What a color?
I'm golden. Shouting. I'm golden. Shouting. Mom, I was throwing them motherfuckers. He just, I don't know if he felt them. But on a serious note, before we get ready to close the show out, man, sorry, yeah, we got to close the show out. If you can give one last thing, bro, like on a good positive vibe, what's the best thing was your teacher to all that negative shit? Like, what was the best outcome besides you wanting to be a man? Yeah,
it's not negative. Don't you read that like that?
Okay.
The positive came out that I chose to be a strong black woman for me, my mother, and my future kids. I learned that I want to break generational curses. I want to raise my babies in I'm not even going to say a traditional household. I want to be able to be all that they need me to be for them. And I want to make sure that my, even ragged as thing is, I want to be able to put my last name in places where they can feed their children for decades, even when they're not here.
I fuck with it.
You're so funny about your
You wipe your nose. It's a lot of shit.
Your turn, go.
That was, you set the bar kind of high. I would say this. Like I said, I grew up in a great household. It wasn't peachy. R.I.P. to Mike. He did. My stepfather did everything he could. My family sitting there like, oh shit. Mike did a great job of raising me and stepping in the role of being a man. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna give him a big salute. Mike showed me a lot of shit on what not to do and what to do. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Yeah, that was my word right there. We fuck up. No. Damn. that was the shit. But man, I feel like, man, I was able to learn from a lot of the adults' mistakes in my family. Still made the mistake. Still made the stupid ass mistake.
Some stuff you gotta go through.
You gotta go through some of the stuff. Made the mistakes, man. But I realized that when I did it, I was like, damn, it is a greater impact than what I thought it was. So I would say, and being growing up in the hood, man, shout out to Pratt City. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Deuce. Pratt City taught me a lot. Pratt City taught me that you can be around a group of people who actually went through stuff also. Who experienced, like, the hood is a whole big trauma pot as it is anyway, especially as a childhood. So everybody's gonna be pulling from something. You know what I'm saying? And I done met partners, bro, who I learned as I got older, their household wasn't peaches I thought it was. Like, I ain't know dad was beating on mama. I ain't know that mama was probably a stripper at night. And some of this stuff I didn't know until I got older and realized, man, everybody's going through something. Everybody got them demons that they fight. So what I did was, I think the hood raised me to realize, to be humble, and it's a reality check. Everybody going through something, you know what I'm saying? Even the rich motherfuckers, they go through stuff, but that hood just hit different. Yeah, that's mine, man. I think the hood taught me a lot. So stay humble and realize, bro, you're more blessed than what you think you are. That was mine.
The hood taught me.
Scarlet Bill.
Good people lose their fights to their demons. They do. Because I will say my stepdaddy was amazing aside from his habit. He was good people. The nigga would have sacrificed a lot for us, but
yeah.
You can't be the habit.
Can't be the habit. We have to learn to change.
We saw what happened in New Jack City.
No comment. Yeah. Can't disagree on you, but no comment.
Good people lose their fights to their demons. That's why I say every day is a fight for everybody. We should be looking for a partner to help us through our struggle.
I think that's the hardest fight. Seeing what you endured, and now you have to try
not to repeat it.
Man, shit. Yeah. Especially when it comes to drugs. Like I said, man, I relate to Lil Scrappy, man. If y'all have not seen what Lil Scrappy went through, man, just take 3 minutes. You know, just 3 minutes out of your life.
It don't matter how long it is.
Just go watch Lil Scrappy Vince to Mama D. You can put that in, and it's gonna come up on all social platforms, and you're gonna see exactly why I'm telling y'all to go look at it. Because Scrappy is a hood ass dude. He ain't one of them fakers in the industry. And he expressed to his mama how he felt and what he endured and what he went through. And you're gonna feel it. You can tell like it ain't scripted. You can tell that.
Came out of nowhere. She wasn't even ready. His wife wasn't ready. When nobody ready.
Nobody ready. So please, when y'all get a chance, man, go check that out, man. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man, tuning in. It was a good topic, man. My bad. It was a good topic, man. I don't fuck with them germs, cause it's too much shit.
I don't blame y'all. Get lice.
Y'all need Lysol with a little.
That's funny.
Man, hey, tell them, man. Yeah, tell them, man, where to find all your music, man. What we got going on, what we got coming up, and holla.
Y'all can find the power of the what else I put out? The Purr Print, Lights Off, song Kyoka.
I'm sorry, Kyoka, man.
I love that song. I've been listening to it a lot.
I don't know what she's entitled.
On all streaming platforms, you just type in English Chanel, all of the shit just gonna pop up for you. You feel me? Man, y'all fuck with me like y'all have already been continuing to do so, and I love y'all so much for it. I'm definitely next year gonna be a different year. I've been kind of laid back this year. You know what I'm saying? Just doing all the things behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see next year what's really going on.
I can't wait.
And I can't wait for y'all to see it. I swear to God.
I can't wait.
Hard work pays off.
That's serious, man. I like what you said. Like she said, man, manifestation. We play a lot, we smile a lot. Behind these cameras, it be just like anybody else. The shit gets real. It can get discouraging at times. When you know you have a talented group as a whole and things don't go the way you plan, hey, get discouraged at times. So we human too. So man, hey, But I do appreciate this beautiful young lady. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
You do a lot of hard work.
Choose your white side when describing me.
You asshole. Can't give a compliment for shit. Man, like I said, shout out to the whole squad, man. Everybody was working, man. Ready Great, what's going on, man? Mr. O, what's going on, man? Ben Hurst, aka Magic, what it do? Man, I'm gonna shout out to my Gun people, man. Man, shout out to the Gump, man, the Union Music Group. And shout out to Max. Man, shout out to Max. Man.
And shout out to Bojo. Pull up to anything.
Man.
Shout out to Deucey Recipe because he's always pull up.
Man, I appreciate it, Miko, man. Keep grinding, man. Hey, yo, we push and pray. And pray and push. Shout out to my boy Mojo, man. Get well, my boy. Hey, we finna get up out of here, man. Make sure you go check out my girl book, man. Hey, Takashi. Rocking with you, man. I'm gonna hit you up, man. My girl got something big. Huge.
Okay.
Manifestation, bro. Hey. That's the thing. Hey, y'all stay blessed. We finna bounce up out this thing. One more thing. Squad.